Tuivasa versus Augusto Sakai in the heavyweight division. Thank you. Good. This is me signing up to that fight. That's a great fight. Stylistically, wonderful matchmaking there, because you've got two heavyweights who like to stand and trade, who both have very good hands, who they're both gonna throw caution to the wind, and they're going for it in this one. Both of those guys have that mean streak in them, and I'm a big fan of both of them. Right now, obviously, I'm a huge fan of Tuivasa just because of his whole kind of shtick, his whole persona. I enjoy it. He's a great character. He's a barroom fighter. Do you know what I mean? He's a street fighter. He'll go in there and he will throw down with anybody. And we need more of that in the UFC, not less, because they're fun characters, man. Do you know what I mean? He's drinking beer out of shoes. He's a fucking awesome guy. So, obviously, I would like to see Tuivasa win. Not that I dislike Augusto Sakai. Augusto Sakai is extremely good. Now, on the face of it, you would think, okay, Tuivasa is going to wreck this guy because, look, Augusto Sakai, he's coming off 2 knockout losses, but they're both to Overeem and Rosenstruik, to be fair. Both of those guys are extremely good, powerful fighters, and you've got to bear in mind, this is the heavyweight division, right? Tuivasa, he's on good form now, but there was a time that he was on a 3-fight skid himself, right? But now, since then, he's got 3 knockouts on the bounce. And that kind of form is not to be sniffed at. I really do think that this one, it's a pick'em. I really think it could go either way, because the thing is, whilst a lot of people are saying, look, Tuivasa is probably, he hits with so much power, and he's so good that he's going to get the knockout here. But what I would say is that I think he does leave openings. Because Tuivasa, he's wonderful at getting in there and brawling and like mixing it up, but he does leave openings. Like, he got tagged by Greg Hardy in their fight, and I would hardly put Greg Hardy on the list of elite strikers like in the division. Now, Augusto Sakai, I would say that his boxing is probably a little bit technically better, a little bit technically more crisp than Tuivasa's, let alone Greg Hardy's, right? Now, I'm just saying that if Greg Hardy can hit Tuivasa, Augusto Sakai can certainly hit Tuivasa. Now, I'm not saying that I want Tuivasa to lose, far from it. I would love to see him get this win, but I'm looking at the odds here. And honestly, I think this is a pick-em fight. I don't know who has the advantage if this turns into like a firefight, really. Because Tuivasa, he's used to the firefight and he loves getting into a firefight. But his love of getting into a firefight could very well leave him open to some of that crisp, nice boxing from Augusto Sakai. Augusto Sakai is a man who knocked out Marcin Tybura, don't forget. Like, how good does that knockout look now when you see how well Tybura has been doing, as of late? That's a really impressive knockout. He's got excellent hands and he's got really good power. And I think if they get into kind of a brawl, into an exchanging brawl, I don't think it's just a foregone conclusion that Tuivasa ends up on top of that. I really don't. I think there's a good chance that we see Augusto Sakai knocking Tuivasa out. And you're getting 3.50 on the knockout for Sakai. That's fantastic, because considering, like I said, I think it's a coin flip. I think these two are going to go in there, they're going to throw caution to the wind, they are going to bite down on the mouthpieces, and they are going to just throw. And I think that it's basically a 50-50 over as to who ends up with the knockout win. And you're getting better odds on Sakai, so that's why I'm betting on Sakai. That's the main reason. Do you know what I mean? But either way this goes, it's going to be a fantastic fight. So just enjoy the hell out of it, because I'm sure as hell going to. I am going to enjoy the fuck out of this fight, because it's one for the fans. This. So honestly, I don't really care who wins it. I just want to watch it. So yeah, that's my breakdown of that one. I just think 350 on the knockout for Augusto Sakai. That's going to be my pick of the week, I think, just because I feel like when something's roughly a 50-50 and you're getting better, way better than evens on it, then you should probably stick some money on it. But don't take my advice, because the bets are terrible. These are terrible bets. Betting is terrible. And anyway, I'm going to be breaking down the main event, Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier, very highly anticipated main event. I've got a lot to say on it, right? There's a lot of factors that can play into it. There are some terrible bets to be placed on it, and I'm doing that exclusively on my Patreon channel. It's just up here. So if you've got any interest in that fight, do go and check it out. It's well worth a watch. It's literally £1 a month. It's an absolute bargain. Like I said, it's just to help me kind of maintain the quality of the podcast, try and improve the quality of the podcast, and just helps me out a lot. And like I said, you get exclusive content like the main events. And this main event, it's a really good one. So go and check it out. Much appreciated. Anyway.